How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Benji's Logs and Whatnots 2.0. I am Benji. As you guys can tell, we are dressed up in a very unique setup this time around instead of, just a plain black shirt, which I do, as you would say, have underneath there. But it is a Tuesday morning. We are out the main street of town as we speak. We do have a few things that we're going to do. I am probably about 2 and a bit hours early from getting a certain thing done, but I could literally sit here and make all the videos in the world about getting certain things that you guys have seen me get in the past, but I'm not going to do that. I'm basically going to do before and afters of said things so that you guys don't get too bored with same old thing. So first thing to do is go and get some breakfast. We are, as you would say, a bit hungry at the moment, so we're going to go and get a coffee, get a roll of some form of breakfast wrap from just down the road. There is a little cafe that we do like to go to, so we're going to go down there right now and grab ourselves some food. So pretty much where we got to go is where that red coffee sign is. It's a bloody gorgeous little cafe. It's a gorgeous food and everything else in between, so I'm going to go and get what we need, and we're going to go back and sit basically down pretty much about there in little park area. And there it is, guys. Brekkie wrap with a large flat white. This is going to go down quite well, very well indeed. Bacon, egg, and I think there's a hash brown in there if I remember correctly from the last time I had these. But these are really bloody good. That was a damn well good bloody brekkie this morning. Only problem is it had tomato sauce on it. I don't know about that. Much more prefer the barbecue sauce than anything else. But either way, it was bloody good. Had a caffeine hit, and while we were sitting out over there, we had a nice little cigar. Not only that, we did find a hammer sitting at the base of one of the trees while we were sitting over there. So we actually went down to the cop shop and basically reported it in. So they're going to do a little investigation into it to see if that was used for anything in the recent days, but we'll see. As I was saying before, there's a particular thing that we're doing today. We're going to get 2 more done today to fill in some of these spaces there and there. So it's going to be an interesting morning. Going to go and get it done at 10:30, which is in about 15 minutes. So I'm going to duck in here, get what I need to get done, and then we'll be back on our way. Now that we've done our little venture for today, there's not much else we got planned for today, to be honest, except for recover after being tortured for about 3.5 hours. We ended up getting 2 tattoos. As you guys can see, we got another little bird's claw right there, and got myself another little skull right there. So 2 in about 3 hours. On a side note though, guys, because we've been having the rains the last couple of days, we're going to have to start doing the lawns again. They're starting to get a bit green, which is good to see, especially the stuff out the front. It's been looking a bit blah. But we do have 1 more day to fart ass around, to do basically whatever the heck we want, which I do have a plan for tomorrow. We will go down to the shed and do one of those models. Not sure which one we're going to do yet. Don't know if I want to do the half track or the Abrams. Let's just hope that we don't crack the shits with it or bugger it like we did the last one, because yeah, we ended up bloody buggering up the supposed rear axle on that model, which sucks because it would have been a nice little model to have in here somewhere. That's one bloody problem. I don't really have, as you would say, the space to put any of these models, because all of that right there is pretty bloody full at the moment. So yeah, that is pretty bloody full, as you guys can see. So we are going to have to figure something out with that either way. So what we're going to do for the next hour or so is basically play a little bit of a game. This one is Valhalla, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So we're going to play this and see what we're going to do for this afternoon. I was hoping that some of the clouds would basically go away by tonight so we can go out, do a bit of a stargaze, because that would be bloody nice. It looks to me like my request has been answered. Looky looky. The moon has decided to come out. Lovely. Yeah, I'll sit out here for a little bit and watch that rise up a bit. Yep, that's what we're going to do. Sit here and just watch. We do love seeing the moon rise up in the sky. I just found something interesting out, guys. Right there is the moon. I just found out that we're going to have a moon eclipse tonight. You probably just barely see that it is just barely on the moon at the moment. I did take a photo of it before. I'll see if I can get a better shot of it later, if it gets more so than what it is. Interesting. Can't really see it now, but it's about halfway through now. I do believe it will turn into a blood moon a little bit later on. Can't really tell with the movie side of it, but I am taking photos which I will zoom in. I will give you guys the process of it going through, but right now it's halfway through it as we speak. It is about bloody 9 o'clock, 9:30 at the moment, but I cannot wait to see this thing in a full bloody swing. As of right now, it's about halfway through of its transformation. It does have a slight tinge of red at the moment. I am currently looking through it out of binoculars. It does look like some bloody clouds are coming through, as friggin' typical. So we do hope that we see a full blood moon. But those clouds do look like they're moving pretty quick, so we are hoping that it can get past pretty darn quick. Even if the bloody cloud decided to stay, it'd still pop through. So these clouds are going to be gone within, I reckon, about 10-15 seconds, maybe 20. Oh boy, I've never witnessed this before. First time ever. This day is getting better and better. No bloody doubt. It's almost there, guys. There's only a small slither left. And I've been taking photos like friggin' crazy. I've even got a spare bloody battery ready to go. So I'll definitely take another photo when it is fully eclipsed, and I'll give you guys another quick squeeze of that. Unfortunately, this camera does not give it justice whatsoever, so I do apologise, guys. This is why I do prefer to have a better camera, but unfortunately I can't afford it. So, but either way, this is very, very cool to say the least. Very cool. Look at that. Looks bloody sexy, if you ask me, guys. If anyone's wondering, I am zoomed all the way out, and I can't do any better than what I am with this camera. But that is pretty much what we're currently looking at right there. Looks very nice indeed. Let me try and get that a little bit more center for you guys. I'll try. What I can do though is do this. That is the best I can do for you guys. It will definitely get a little bit redder a little bit later on, so I'm going to stay out here for a bit and take a whole heap of photos. But for now, I'm going to sit out here and enjoy the view. Look at that, guys. Looks like she has gone fully blood. It is getting to the point where it is starting to sort of come back a little bit with the light, but that is looking sexy. Very sexy indeed. I'm going to have to take a few photos of that with it before it goes away. The bloody clarity on that is so bloody good. Oh yeah, I love it. Sorry guys, I'm having a lunar orgasm. And unfortunately the moon has decided to go hidey-hole behind the bloody clouds. There is probably just a little bit of it somewhere there, but yeah, she's decided to go and hide behind the clouds. But in saying that, guys, I am very, very happy to say that we have seen our first blood moon. It only happens every 3 or so years from what I have researched, but I am glad that we have the opportunity to check it out tonight.
So here it is, guys. First photo. I was actually freaking out because I didn't know what was going on. I didn't realise that we were going to have an eclipse of the moon. But each photo that comes through is the process of it disappearing until our very last one. That makes it the blood moon. And each photo has a different timing setting to it, so the shutter does in some of the photos open for a little bit longer. It certainly was a unique bloody thing, to say the least, and this is where it gets interesting. The last photo is very nice. Look at that, blood moon indeed, very nice.
Oh man, that is very cool. I never would have expected to see that. Most of the time that I want to see something like that, what happened tonight with the clouds usually happens prior to that happening. So I don't usually get a bloody chance to see said things happening. But clouds are going to be sticking around for a while. I will go back out a little bit later on to see if said moon comes back out, but it's probably going to be starting to change back to the way it was soon enough. But today has turned out to be a very good day. 2 new tattoos, out and about in town, brekkie, lunch, whatever else, and a blood moon. What else can a guy ask for?
Seems to me like the clouds decided to stick around all night. It is about 8:15 in the morning, and now they have decided to stick around. But in saying that, we got to see the blood moon. At least the initiation of it, at least, which is good. Something that is very rare. And Miss Becky is agreeing with it. Absolutely agreeing. Acha. Here's Miss Baxter herself. She's sitting there, giving her 2 cents worth of an opinion. Do love her when she does little squawks. And it's because of the birds outside, or maybe even just me talking. She's a little bit stroppy this morning, which is fair. I think a lot of people would be first thing in the morning. She lifted up one of the feet, so she's going to just sit there and enjoy the warmth of my knee. Now that we accomplished what we needed to do yesterday, and blood moon, I think today we're just going to be doing one thing that we want to enjoy today for the last day of this 5-day weekend or break or whatever you want to call it, holiday. We're going to just sit back and enjoy it for what it's worth. That's exactly what we're going to do. So in saying that, guys, I am going to put the camera down. I hope you guys enjoyed it, because I certainly well did, and everything else in between. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you as always for watching, but for now, it is Arrivederci for now. So I'll see you in the next video. As always, guys, Keep it cheesy.